Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Color X Malice. And as you can see, I'm recording this part right after the next one because I haven't still clicked. But I took a break. To take a break to throw some laundry in. So sorry if you can hear my washing machine. You probably can't because my dishwasher is like twice as loud and you can never hear that. I play it back. I'm like, sorry if you can hear my dishwasher. And I'm like, how can you? The microphone does not pick that shit up, but it's like, I'm so deaf I can't hear anything. But no. I'm like, I should do laundry. So I'm going to get up and I'll take a little break. I'll put some laundry in, even though my laundry will be done in like 5 minutes. And then it's going to be like sitting in there for an hour before we, whatever. I didn't want to like, I would have just been pacing around in my apartment like, oh my God, I'm so bored. I don't want to sit here and wait for this. But anyway, who cares? Just going to get thrown in the dryer. It's fine. It's not like it's going to get all gross for like 40 minutes while it sits in there waiting for me to put it over. Because I usually forget shit's in the washing machine. And I usually like forget and then I'm like, shit, it's been in the washing machine for like 2 hours sitting there. So it'll be fine. Anyway, so May victim's been added to materials. But what we should do before we do this, 6 p.m. It's only 6 p.m. How come sometimes when it's 2 a.m. it's bright as day, but 6 p.m. it's this? Anyway, let's look at all these because holy shit, we haven't read any of these. Let's go back up to where the first new one is. And then we'll scroll down. Okay, Adonis. We already saw collar. We only had the first. Yeah. We had the collar. Okay. The name of the terrorist organization that is currently menacing Japan. They are the perpetrators of the X-Day incidents, and their primary goal is to spur a revolution and a coup. They appear to primarily be motivated by a hatred of the police and judicial system. Adonis' size and base of operations are currently unknown. However, from their meticulous methods of concealing all unwanted evidence, it is assumed that their membership is quite vast. The group responsible for the attempted assassination of the Prime Minister 2 years ago used the same name. Okay, it must just be on the run cycle. It just sounds really weird. I'm like, what is going on? Anyway. So it is believed that the formerly disbanded group has reformed with the previous members. Okay, sorry. I can't read. The organization's motif uses the anemone flower. The florography is indicative of a fleeting dream or vanishing hope. April X-Day incident. On April 1st, 2000XX, because, fill in the blank. This should take place in the future sometimes, but whatever. I like that you could play this 5 years from now and it would be like, we'll just pretend it's whatever. We could be like, it's 2018, or we could be like, it's 2036. We can fill in the blanks how we want. The large viewing screen in front of the Shinjuku train station suddenly began broadcasting a video of 4 restrained police officers. Using a vocal masker, they said that they would begin the countdown to X-Day, the rebirth of Japan. They declare that they will continually expose the corruption within Japan. Illegal investigations, mistaken arrests, backroom deals with gangs, embezzlement, planted evidence, violent interrogations, harassment. Their list of grievances continued on and on as if they were side effects for a prescription drug. I like that. This video began the brutal sequence of events to come. On May 1st, one of the kidnapped police officers was murdered. Suddenly, April's case of the abducted officers had taken a chilling turn for the worse. Unlike the video in April, this time the video was uploaded online. The video showed the 4 masked officers being shot one at a time. The perpetrators in the video stated that this was judgment being brought down upon them and declared that they were Adonis. Afterward, the police located the scene of the video, but they were too late. They confirmed the identity of a slain officer, Yuta Fuji, at the scene. At the scene, they found the Adonis coin and the Roman numeral 8. The other 3 police officers are still missing, though bloodstains were found at the scene. The police analyzed the video, but they were unable to obtain any notable clues. God damn it, Tim! You make me sound like an asshole when I have to read duplicated words. There you go. You get the point for that. God damn it, Tim. He's gonna just get more aggravating. I feel like we should get a point for every time Tim fucks something up. That's all I'm saying. On June 1st, June X-Day incident. Sorry. On June 1st, a middle school was bombed. A middle school in the Shinjuku ward was rocked by an explosion, killing all the students in the class. It's so much more disturbing when we read it in tour guide voice because it makes everything sound so much more horrifying because we're reading it happily. But that's part of the fun and sadisticness that is us. Anyway, initially it was believed that it was a science experiment gone awry, but the scale caused this incident to be reclassified as intentional. On the roof of the school, a coin and the Roman numeral 7 are discovered. The crime is replete with unknowns. Explosive traces were found, but the materials used are all found in common items. Many non-students and non-faculty were on the grounds due to the recent festival, making it tough to narrow down suspects. Adonis uploaded a video claiming responsibility in mid-June. The police began referring to these cases as the X-Date incidents and set up an investigation HQ at Shinjuku Police Station. Oh, okay, that makes more sense than Shinjuku Police Station. But they kept saying Shinjuku Station, and that makes me think it's the train station. I don't know why, but anyway. Again, I'm really curious as to what the kids did. And I feel like right now, tour guide Spacey would be a really good news anchor, right? Because like, 100 people were brutally murdered. And they always say it with like a smile on their face and they seem happy. And you're like, what? Dude, what the fuck? Like somebody should be like, oh my God, this is disturbing. What the fuck? Like that's what I want to see in my newscasters, not like this. July X-Day incident. July 1st, assault and killing of a male stalker. A certain man who had been stalking a woman was killed after a scuffle with a passerby. The assailant was arrested on the spot, but with the circumstances and eyewitness testimony, make it appear as if it will be ruled as a self-defense case. However, it is revealed that the assailant was a suspect for the May X-Day incident, so the assailant has been held in jail as of December. Soon after the incident, a coin and the Roman numeral 6 are discovered at the victim's home. The woman was also suspected of having ties with Adonis, but digging into her past uncovered no such evidence. An online video, said to be the countdown to the August X-Day incident, has been uploaded, and it was determined that this incident was tied to that as well. Wait a minute. I'm going to back it up for a second. Suspect, okay. Or the assailant. So, the assailant is obviously, I'm assuming the assailant is not the stalker. That's the person who murdered the stalker, right? Suspect for the May incident. Okay. He's held in jail as of December. No, because he kills himself in the next month. So he's not held in jail as of December. That's basically making it sound like he's been held in jail as of this, like as of right now, he's still in jail. No, he dead. August X-Day incident. Wait. He killed himself. Oh, wait, he kills himself. Oh, no, wait. No, but he does, right? Wait, no, it's a different guy that does. But they still have him in custody. But I thought the only person they had in custody killed themselves. So I was like, why is no one talking to this guy? Like, okay, I was I was gonna be like, just beat him until he talks. That would be, and then I would just be killed by Adonis because I'm beating a suspect and I would be wrong. Hey, I'm not a cop. It's okay. It's not, but still. Anyway, August. Serial killing of online gamers. From August 2nd to August 11th, a total of 15 people were murdered. That's fucking huge. The murders took place over a wide area in Shinjuku and were initially thought to be a killing spree. Bullets and a coin were found at the scene of the crime, as was the Roman numeral 5. This led to the crimes being ruled X-Day incidents. All victims played the same online game and belonged to the in-game Shinjuku Guild. It was inferred that the users were killed for bullying within the game. It was discovered that a player had committed suicide after being bullied. Citizens feared Adonis's violent wrath, but the lack of police progress caused police distrust to grow as well. Okay, a player had committed suicide after being bullied. I thought when we read it the first time, and maybe I read it wrong, but I thought when we read it on the computer, like before it got stored here, that somebody outside of Shinjuku had killed themselves because they were bullying people. Maybe I read that wrong and it just like, I thought it was like somebody who, like, after this kind of happened was like, oh my god, I've been bullying people and I'm awful, and killed themselves because of this, not because they were bullied. But that would make more sense. But then at the same time, you're like, wow, you murdered bullies. Like, could it have at least been a pedo ring? Because then we would have understood. But, you know, that's the whole point, is like, well, they're taking justice into their own hands, but they're going a little bit too far. So it's kind of like, I understand what their plot point is, but it's also a little fucked up. Like, I mean, yeah. You're not supposed to be like, yeah, good for them. You're like, what? I mean, noble intentions done in the worst way possible. You know. Okay. After this incident, Shinjuku is quarantined and the swords and firearms control law is repealed within the borders of Shinjuku. September X Day incident. September 7th, a video of the Roman numeral 4 and the Adonis coin are shown online, declaring itself to be a countdown to X Day. This is the guy. So the guy that they think is responsible for this is the one that kills himself in October. But they still have the other guy. So they have someone in custody. So, like, they're not getting anything out of this guy? Guess they're like, we really can't beat him into talking, even though we want to, because that would just, shit. You're like, crap, man. I really just want to beat the guy into talking, but then that would just be why they're killing me, and it's like a vicious circle. Anyway. On the same day, Ken Hachisuka was discovered by his partner to have hung himself. Subsequent investigation reveals that it was disguised homicide. A coin in the Roman numeral 4 found, so it's declared an X-Day incident. Afterwards, it was learned that Yuki Tsunemori had visited Ken's apartment the day of the incident. He attended the same free school as the victim 10 years ago, and they were acquaintances. His fingerprints were found at the crime scene, so he was arrested as the prime suspect. Tsunemori stated that he was one of the chosen ones, and he was carrying the same type of coin found at the crime scene. The police declared Tsunemori to be the killer and closed the investigation. October X-Day incident. October 7th, but why is it a girl? This is weird. Why is the doll a girl in this one? October 7th, a video of the Roman numeral 3 and the Adonis coin are shown online, declaring itself to be an X-Day countdown. The video was nearly identical to September's, so Investigations HQ was on a high alert. However, Tsunemori was still in jail awaiting trial as the perpetrator of the September incident, so he was unable to harm anyone. Nothing occurs on the day the video is released, and no deaths in Shinjuku were reported. However, the day after the video, Tsunemori was found dead in his jail cell, the result of him hanging himself, just like he murdered his friend, losing their only real clue to the X-Day incident, except for the guy that's been in jail since May, or August, or June, or July, whatever. July. They're still the only real clue. No, but you just said up here that you've got someone. He's been held in jail. So I don't. This isn't making any sense. Loopholes. Plot holes. Plot holes. Like, losing their only real clue to the X-Day incidents, the investigation has been plunged into the darkness once more. That's bullshit, though, because you have someone else in custody. So you don't. Your only real clue is not gone. You have another person in jail. You just admitted it. I have it in writing, motherfuckers. So I'm confused, but plot hole, maybe it'll make sense later. I don't know. November X-Day incident. November 5th, traffic accident fraud. A truck and a police motorcycle collided and both drivers died at the scene. See, this is like so like newscast anchor fucking voice. Like, what is with this fucking patio today? It's like bug fest. There was like a little leaf bug. Like, you know, like one of those little green bugs that looks like a leaf and he's got long legs. Kind of looks like a cricket, but it's not a cricket. He was there, and now I've got this weird little other beetly bug climbing on my screen. Like, oh, yeah, our leaf bug's gone. He was just hanging on the window when I woke up this morning. He was like, staring in, being a little bit of a creeper. And this guy's like running around like, I'm okay with those bugs. It's weird, I thought about that, like the leaf bug. Like, you're like, oh, look, he's cute. Let's go play with him. And you're like, if he was in your house, you'd be like, oh, I get a cup or like something and get it and get him in and get him outside to safety. And meanwhile, if it's like a cockroach or a spider, you're like, die, motherfucker! Ah! And you're like, chasing it with shoes and like butcher knives and like raid and you're like trying to kill that shit, but like a little beetle bug or like, you know, a little leaf bug or something, you're like, oh, let's get it outside and I want to hurt it. It's kind of fucked up, that's all I'm saying. Because they're all insects. They're all fucking bugs. Cockroaches are disgusting though. Look, spiders, if they're gonna jump out at me, I'm gonna fucking kill them. But if they're on my ceiling and away from me, like, just stay away from me, okay? Just don't jump out at me and don't be giant. If you're a giant spider, the raid's coming out because I don't trust you. And I'm gonna make sure that I kill you because otherwise you are gonna fucking stab me in my sleep. I just, those fuckers are so big they could handle a knife. I know they can. But you know, spiders mostly, it's like, oh, just go someplace like high in a corner where I can't see you. Hide somewhere. Don't like, you know, when I go pick up something and you're like, jump in my face, because then I'm going to kill you. You know, but if you're in a corner hiding or in a that's cool. Just don't let me see you. Hide in my walls. I'm fine with that. My patio's covered in spiders. I don't go out there. See, I don't bother them and they stay the fuck on my patio. Anyway. Anyway. I just noticed the bug and that led to that tangent. But anyway. Back to tour guide depressingness. At first, it was seen as an accident, but security camera footage revealed that the sailors were purposely manipulated, causing the accident. One of the victims was holding a coin and the Roman numeral 2 was discovered. Though this information was withheld from the public, this collision is being investigated as an X-Day incident. December 7th incident. This is the December X-Day incident. There's several of these. A man was shot to death in a quiet residential district. The video announcement and the coin discovered at the victim's home linked it to the X-Day incidents. The murder weapon is a gun with a silencer. The crime was committed in the daytime, but there are no witnesses. The victim, Satoru Tanaka. Satoru! Why? Because if you remember Bad Apple Wars. Oh, this is how Satoru actually died, guys. It's not, but wouldn't that be really funny if that's the same? What was Satoru's last name, guys? Oh my god, did he have one? Oh my god, that would have been terrible. You're like, no! That would have been fucking hilarious. They're like, haha, the same people who wrote Bad Apple Wars wrote this one, and they're like, haha, let's put his name in there and see if anyone knows. But now we know how he really died. He didn't die passing out from not eating. He got shot! Son of a bitch! Anyway. Or, this is what happened to him after we went back to life with another guy down another guy's route. He ended up here and ended up getting shot. Oh my god, we doomed him. Oh, it's funny. Anyway, it's not funny. It's kind of funny. It's a little funny. It's sad. We killed Satoru, man. Jeez, it's depressing. The victim, Satoru Tanaka, was unemployed and moved there only a few months prior, after having come back from the dead as a kid and losing his love. He was known to be extremely wary of other people around him. He had worked as a developer for the game company that released the online game at the heart of the August X-Day incident. The game in question is apparently a hotbed for escalated bullying, and according to user testimony, it was rumored that the developers were instigating it. Oh, ooh, the developers are instigating fucking bullying. They're pretty tame with their, like, crimes and, you know, shit. Because I'm just saying that would have been... You could have gone so much more in depth with that. But, I mean, who knows? Who knows until we investigate them. But, anyway. December 8th incident. Are we going to have an incident a day? This is great. It's like fucking anarchy. A fire that occurred in the park of a residential district. The scene of the crime had gasoline scattered everywhere and killed one. The autopsy determined the cause of death to be carbon monoxide poisoning. Stacks of paper were scattered all around the body. They had all been burned to ash. From the crime announcement video and the coin found at the scene, this was declared an X-Day incident. May, victim. In the police kidnapping and murder case from May, this man is the only one whose body has turned up. While he was still alive, he was a part of the Shinjuku regional office and worked out of a police box. He was said to be a hardworking young man with a strong sense of justice. Really? It is thought that he was murdered due to a mistaken arrest from 2 years ago. He was Mineo Enomoto's senior in the police and influenced him greatly. Poor Mineo. And that's it. Okay, thank you for 20 minutes worth of reading all that backlog shit. We should read them every time one comes up, so we don't have to go through this. But anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate your help. I bowed to Satake and watched him leave. I quickly wrapped up all my SRCPO work and went to gather information at the abandoned building where Fuji's body was found. However, it had been over 6 months since the murder, and attacks were now happening all over Shinjuku. It made sense that I didn't learn anything which other investigators hadn't already uncovered. But this is all I can do right now. Oh god, we're gonna get murdered. I contemplated whether speaking to Enomoto would be helpful. That's how I ended up doing this research. Enomoto might not want to go and check out the scene himself, so I have to gather that intel here. In any case, I had to act. Then someone called my name. Hoshino? No. Oh, Hoshino. You can't tell when it's that was the question marks. When I turned, I saw Yanagi. Thank you for your hard work. Yeah, if you're here, then... Wait, thank you for your hard work! Yeah, what? That made no sense. Yes, I'm gathering information on the cases. What about you? I just came from another crime scene. I see Enomoto isn't with you. Not a lot of foot traffic comes through this area. I'll be fine on my own. Never hurts to have extra help when you're interviewing witnesses. If you're having trouble finding him, I can... Please don't call him! Okay, he's like, what? I didn't mean to raise my voice, and I quickly looked down. I'm sorry, but I really will be fine. You sound like you don't want to have him here with you. I can tell from your face that you know why Enomoto is connected to these cases. I hung my head. He had seen right through me, just like Satake had. Am I that easy to read? Well, yeah. Though Enomoto's easier to read. That doesn't make me feel better. Look at that look on his face! Oh. The sexy eyes and the little smirk. Oh. He laughed. That was a slight surprise. I'd never really seen Yanagi laugh before. As you noticed, I heard about Enomoto from Detective Satake. I see. Satake was rather worried about how Enomoto's been doing. A little while ago, Sasazuka scolded Enomoto for not investigating the cases. It had been nagging me since then, but I'd never imagined he had that kind of past. I'm Enomoto's partner. I have to help him when he's suffering. Yanagi? No, just glad that you ended up as his partner. Did Satake tell you about what happened after Enomoto quit? No, he didn't. If you want to know more about your partner, I want you to hear this. Yanagi looked straight into my eyes. With that look, you're like, oh god, are you going to tell me something bad? It felt like he was sizing up my conviction to know the truth. Please tell me. All right, let's have this conversation back at the office. Understood. Okay, I just want to investigate now. Enomoto wasn't at the office, and Sasazuka was working on something at his own seat. I'll make something to drink. Just have a seat. Okay. His tie is super long. It's like going down to his knees. Like, I sat down on the sofa thinking things about Enomoto. What happened after he quit the police? Huh. Satake had said that Enomoto quit the police when his passion for investigation faded, but he still had strong feelings about the murders. Thanks for waiting. Yanagi set a cup of hot cocoa down on the table and sat across from me. How presumptuous! What a coffee, bitch. I'm just kidding, hot cocoa's fine. But there's no sprinkles and whipped cream on this, what the fuck. Satake helped me when I was with Investigations Section 1. That said, I hadn't seen him since I quit the force, but I caught a call from him in mid-September. Somehow he found out that I was independently investigating the X-Day crimes and asked me for a favor. A favor? You mean... Yeah, he wanted me to look after someone. He said that person would definitely be helpful, so I took Enomoto in. Helpful? He's just been baggage so far. Even the stupid cat is doing better than him. Sasazuka interrupted with a characteristically ruthless critique of Enomoto. I'd interacted with Enomoto during our time in the police. He wasn't a stranger to me, so I accepted it. I accepted him if he had the will to work, but... Enomoto won't go near the X-Day crimes. But he isn't completely running away either. He still has some lingering attachment to them. If he didn't, then he would have turned me down. I thought that I would pursue the cases on my own now that I knew Enomoto's past. But once I heard the whole story, I began to doubt my decision to avoid reopening old wounds. Even if it pained him, a part of Enomoto still wanted to face the truth. As his partner, what can I do? Hoshino, it's important to understand how you can contribute. But it's just as important to know what you want to do. You're Enomoto's partner, after all. What do I want to do? Oh, God, it's going to give me a choice. God, don't give me a choice. Yanagi and Sasazuka both left the office to investigate something, leaving me by myself. He told us nothing! You have to know what happened after he left. So, what's his face called me and asked me to take him in, and I did. I needed to come all the way here for that? That was lame. The fuck? What should I do? Don't. Satake had said that Enomoto was afraid of becoming involved with the murders, but so was I. Even though I decided to join this investigation, the fear of death hounds me even now. A mistake or a slip of the tongue could get me killed. I don't want to die. There were still so many things I wanted to try. I didn't want my life to end here. What's the difference between Enomoto and I? I was new to the police. I didn't really excel at anything, and I didn't have any achievements to be particularly proud of. And I was facing Adonis, a terrorist organization. But still, I'll stand up to them. I don't want to give up. No matter how desperate the situation was, giving up would mean the end. As long as I struggled, I could still do this. It was still more hopeful than resignation was. Enomoto is here because he doesn't want to give up either. I wonder if we can fight side by side, as partners, as lovers. While I was thinking, the door suddenly opened. Phew, sure it's cold tonight. But I'm glad I got these discount bean sprouts. Yanagi, we can enjoy bean sprouts on our ramen tonight. Yeah, Hoshino, what are you doing here? I don't have enough ramen for you. And that's fine. I didn't come here to have any ramen. Wait, so while we were talking about him this whole time, what's with that scary look? Tonight I'm showing off Chef Mineo's gourmet ramen to Yanagi. Gourmet ramen from a package. Hey, where's everyone else? If you mean Yanagi and Sasazuka, they went out on an investigation a bit ago. Seriously? I went through the trouble to get these sprouts. I didn't really understand why, but Enomoto looked depressed as he clutched the supermarket bag. He seemed like a cheerful person before, but now I couldn't help but feel that there was something still burning in his heart. Well, whatever. I'll stick this in the fridge. Watching him trudge over to the refrigerator, I steeled myself and spoke to Enomoto. Actually, today I talked to Detective Satake and Yanagi about you. Huh? I mean, that's pushing it. I mean, we should... Hey, so I talked to people behind your back about you. Why? The fuck? Because I love you. I just don't know it yet. Enomoto stopped in his tracks and clumsily turned around. Oh my god, wait. The kitchen is right here. There's two beds right here, and then there's the clothing rack. They literally sleep in the kitchen together. That's gonna make it awkward because we sleep in our living room. There's no privacy in anybody's house. I'm surprised they don't have fucking bunk beds, dude. Like, what the hell? Oh, that's so adorable. That's what's behind the curtain. You come in here and it's literally like, but this area is huge. Like this is the way my kitchen was in my studio apartment. I'm not even kidding. The kitchen was like the size of my living room. Like, it was fucking huge. It didn't need to be that big because I literally had like this. You had like one wall. It was like on this side, but like it was one wall with like all your shit. And then the rest of it was just all open. I mean, I had weird shaped ceilings because it was an old Victorian house that they converted to apartments, but like it was still huge for the fact that I literally had a refrigerator, a tiny area of countertop. Then you had the stove. Well, no, it was a normal counter. I think then there was a sink, a tiny, like the stove, a tiny area of cabinets, and then the refrigerator. And it was like you had basically like 1.5 countertops. Like you basically had nothing. And then it was like this giant open space where you're like, I could literally put a couch in here. But I didn't sleep in the kitchen though. I had a table, I had my bird cage in there. Anyway. Oh, it wasn't like I was trying to pry into your past. I had Sakuragawa introduced me to someone who was familiar with the April and May murders, and that led me to Satake. Even if it was inevitable, he could be angry at me for snooping into his private affairs. He looks a little angry right now. If I handled this poorly, he could reject me even more than he was before. Fuck, don't make me have a choice. We're gonna fuck this up. I see. Well, there's no helping it if it's Satake. Satake's the best guy to ask about what happened. Sakuragawa would obviously point you to him. Well, I figured you'd find out more about me eventually if you were set on chasing those crimes. Really? How much do you know? Well, probably everything if you talk to him. I don't know if I learned everything. I heard about your relationship to the victim, Fuji, and about the way you behaved. Huh! So who even told you the worthless details? He's awfully calm. Then you know. I'm really lame for running away, right? No, that was wrong. Enomoto's usual stout-hearted demeanor was now hidden under a self-deprecating smile. Detective Fuji got caught by Adonis. Not all the dirty stuff he did exposed, and then he paid for it with his life. You know, at first, I did my damnedest to try and prove his innocence. That guy, a dirty cop, wasn't possible. That's why he doesn't want to investigate, because he's, hurt. He's I trusted him, and, you can't help it. He was good at lying. That's why he got away with all this stuff. I had faith in him. It had to be a mistake. The more I looked, the more real his crimes became, until I ran into solid evidence that I just had to finally accept. Enomoto... You see, Detective Fuji was super cool. He was fired up, had his own sense of justice. He was my paragon of justice. In that voice, longing for the past, I could hear indescribable regret. But he was executed for being evil. Enomoto whispered in an emotionless voice. I'll never forgive Fuji's killer. Those feelings won't change. But on a personal level, I have no idea what justice means to me anymore. Enomoto looked lost. He cast his eyes downward. To Enomoto, justice was something he had created for himself to uphold, and now it was the source of his pain. Justice. If you don't mind, okay, blah, blah, okay, I gotta learn to read. I don't mind if you take advantage of me, not if it helps us protect the citizenry of Shinjuku. That's my idea of justice. Fine. So that's your form of justice. Perhaps he had looked so depressed back then because of his fixation on the idea of justice. And okay, this is their dining table where they eat. It's right by his bed. Oh my god. And then their clothes are right back here. It's so weird. So, you get it now? Huh? When I looked back up at Enomoto, he was rummaging around in the refrigerator. He closed the door. His voice was cheery, but he wore a pained smile. Even if you want to work with me, it's pointless. I'm not going to be able to help out. I said a lot of proud things to you. Sorry. In the end, this is who I really am. No, it's not. Wait, what do you... I'm sure Yanagi will assist you if you ask him. It'd be better for you to switch to another crime. Enomoto, listen to me. So, just leave me alone. Enomoto finished in a low voice and left the room with an air of finality. I couldn't say anything to stop him. It wasn't my intention to put him through such pain. Even if it was too much for him to bear alone, couldn't he accept my support and we'd share the burden together? I'd come here to offer that option. To me, Enomoto is... Oh, of all the people in the office, he seems somehow like the one I could talk most as an equal. I love how she's remembered that argument. What? Yeah, and then this. The back that had carried me to the office and up the stairs had felt large and reliable. At this rate, nothing will change. Enomoto had been betrayed by someone he trusted. They would never meet again. He was still wallowing in despair. The important question is, what do I want to do? Oh, God. Guys, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to say, hold on. We're going to say, but I'm going to say chase after him because I feel like you need to chase after him. Here's the only problem with me. It doesn't tell you with the save, so I really should have figured out a way to do this and okay, but I'm not going to know what choices or where we were if we go back and well, I will know if, like, for some reason we get a bad ending, I know where we were and we can go back and do it. But I was just thinking, like, this would be able to help when we go through and try to get the other endings whenever we finish. Um, to be able to, but it's like, I won't know which choice was where, so, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just skip through and do it that way. Okay. Oh, we're gonna chase after him. I have to follow him. I don't know if that's good. I stood up and ran out of the office. But I feel like that's the right thing to do. We have to be like, no, God damn it, I'm going to force you to trust me. Because if we just stay there, some people would prefer you to stay there because they need to be alone to deal with their feelings. But I feel like in this situation, we should chase after him. It hadn't been that long since Enomoto had left the office, but I couldn't see him anywhere. Oh, we're calling him. Okay. Oh, God. Are we going to have a choice? I quickly took out my phone and tried to call him. He's not answering. I'd made up my mind, but that wouldn't mean anything if he was gone. I have to find him. Go to the scene of the crime. I focused on looking at the shops and places he was likely to kill time at, but he's nowhere to be found. At this rate, I go have to click to go. I felt really guilty for interrupting him, but I called Yanagi, who was likely to know where Enomoto went. Hoshino, what's wrong? I'm sorry, but Enomoto left the office. Please tell me if you know where he might have gone off to. I see. He might be at that park. A park? Yeah, it's a park that sits between our office and the police station. When Enomoto goes out for no reason, he usually hangs around there. Thank you. I'll check there. I could just see Sasuzuka rolling his eyes like, oh, fucking idiot. I hung up the phone and started running. I really wonder. Hold on, I want to see something. Oh no, that's not right. I want to see something. I want to see if that was a good idea to do. You might not know until. Okay, we don't know until we find him, I guess. As I neared the park, I saw a familiar figure shape from behind. Enomoto! Okay. Oh, yes! That, I mean, okay, first of all, to me, reading that chase after him, let him go. To me, chasing after him is the right decision, right? But it really depends on the character because sometimes characters are going to be like, "What? Why did you follow me? I don't want you to follow." Like, you just need to let them be. And that's you. That would go against me as a person that, like, my choice was chase after him, but it could have gone wrong because he could have been the person like, "What the fuck? I just wanted to be alone." Like Sasuzuka, I wouldn't be surprised if in this scenario we'd be like, you know what, just let him be. Right? It's so hard to do without a guide, guys. It just happened that this was the right choice for him, but I feel like he's a little bit easier to figure out, but that's not, I say that, but there's going to come a choice. I'm going to make the wrong decision and be like, but fuck. Anyway, why are you, did you follow me? Yes, there's something I must talk to you about. Sorry, I've got nothing to say. Just grab him and hug him. Enomoto curtly dismissed my line of conversation and turned away. I don't care, then shut the fuck up and listen. It's dangerous for a woman to be out this late. I won't walk you home, so be careful. Again and again, again and again, Enomoto refused to face his problems and turned away. He did this time too. Please wait. I ran after Enomoto and grabbed his arm so that he wouldn't just escape. Oh, look at his angry face. He's adorable. Hey, let go. No, if I do, you'll just turn your back on me again, won't you? So what if I do? It's none of your business. He's trying to be so crusty on the outside, but he's so not. It's absolutely my business. I'm your partner, aren't I? Huh. Just said that in the heat of the moment. Played along because you were so persistent. Never mind the details. I'm your partner now, so I can't just abandon you. The heck? I don't know if your pity is real or not, but you're such a compassionate police officer. That was such a compliment in an angry voice. I know that I may not be able to completely empathize with your pain, but when you're feeling unsure or afraid, I can be by your side, backing you up. I'll never, ever betray you. We hope we won't. You must be an idiot. As if I could believe those words. Enomoto tried to suddenly pull his arm free of my grasp, but I expected it and stubbornly held on. I love this. We're like clinging to him. Although, is it just the lighting or is she wearing gloves because her hand... Oh, she's probably wearing gloves because it's winter. Because her hands are so fucking white. She's gotta be wearing gloves. Nice touch, game. No one can be expected to live while everyone knows all their secrets. That's why people lie. Maybe their greed gets the better of them. But I don't want you to decide that you can't trust anyone at all ever again. Why? Why do you care so much? Because I love you. Who cares what happens to me? There's plenty of other people you can work with. You are my partner, Enomoto. Get a grip. I have one, a very good one on your arm. I'll never accept you as my partner because you might be connected to the criminals. Well, because you might be. You're lying. Huh? You're not avoiding me because you're suspicious of me. What exactly are you on? I really mean it when I say I won't forgive you if you're part of Adonis. That part might be true, but you actually do want to believe that I'm innocent, don't you? And what proof do you have? It's not that you don't believe me. You're just afraid of being betrayed by someone you trust. I'll never betray you. I love that. It's adorable. Even if it takes time, I will prove to you that I have nothing to do with those criminals. Prove? How? Anyone can say that. Yeah, that's why I said prove it, dumbass. God, listen. I know, but I don't want to give up. I don't want to run from this fight. For the form of justice that I uphold, I won't give up on you. An idiot with a one-track mind who doesn't give up once he's made up his mind. Wait. An idiot with a one-track mind who doesn't give up once he's made up his mind. That's how Satake described me once. It's the only thing you have going for you. It's like looking in a mirror. You look like me a long time ago. A long time ago? What, a few months ago? Jesus. The same age. I didn't think about useless details. Just focused on what was in front. Tried my hardest at everything. Enomoto. Look at that smirk on his face. Aww. You're gonna disturb the neighbors yelling at me like that. I'm sorry, but I couldn't help it, given the circumstances. You ran after me, gasping for air, and now you won't let go of my arm. You really are an idiot. What? But I'm glad you followed me. Thanks. Aww. With that, Enomoto smoothly disengaged his arm from my hand. I quietly watched him walk away. As he left, he smiled sadly, as if recalling something from the past. Did any of my feelings make it through to Enomoto? Yes. If I could help him claw his way out of the depths of his despair, I would keep extending my hand to him no matter how many times he brushed me off. I had renewed my determination, but he leaves. Still, he walks away from us. That hurts. You're like, we had a touching moment and you left. Hold on. So we should have full trust with him now. Yes! I think this, when it says trust, you have to have at least this to move up. But the thing is it's silly because it's like you have to get at least to the third thing. But it's weird that it's like in the middle and not like, you have to get over this line. Because there's no way to get like half a trust point, I don't think. You get one block. But we have high trust, so that's good. But we could potentially... I don't know if we could lose it. Oh, shit. That's a good point. If we do something that he distrusts, we could lose trust. Fuck, guys. It's not like it's set and you're good. Oh, fuck. Well, you know what I mean? Like, when you're playing Hakuoki, you get points. And, like, you don't lose them, though. You just, like, if you make a choice that's not for... You don't get the love point for them. You just don't get a point. This, though, we could potentially choose something and we lose trust. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I guess we'll find out if we make a bad decision. Oh, fuck. Anyway, that makes me more stressed out. I was like, yay, we did the right... Oh, God, we can lose this. Like the real world, but anyway. This is... Huh. Always avoided this place. So how did I end up here? Hoshino's gonna give me an earful. Nothing good can come from working with her. Just as she wants to protect, huh? Did I used to have that much passion? Who's there? Oh, he punched him. I was like, oh no, he attacked him. No. That's cute. He's like, I heard you talking about her. I'm going to punch you. I'm late. I wonder if Kazuki ate dinner. As I worried about Kazuki, I saw him talking to an unfamiliar man when I arrived at my house. Oh, that's the guy. Yeah. See you at the studio tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Where have I seen that man before? In any case, it wasn't appropriate for him to be hanging around a high school student this late. It'll be too late once something happens. I have to nip this in the bud now. Excuse me. Ugh, Spacey. Who are you? I'm Kazuki's sister, Spacey Hoshino. I introduced myself as Kazuki didn't seem like he was willing to. The strange man slipped his fist into his palm, as if he'd suddenly made a mental connection. That's right. I think Akito mentioned something about you having an older sister, Kazuki. So he knows Akito, too. And these seem like perfect. Like, I love him. He's so bizarre. But here's the thing, right? He was falsely accused. And I don't know. I mean, maybe our brother's really just in a band and is just a bitchy teenager. I mean, he's 18, but he's like a bitchy fucking kid. I don't know. Or he's involved. I mean, I'm just saying, it's starting to look a little shady, right? Like, but I think they do that on purpose too. It's either like, it makes it too obvious where you're like, no, or you're like, oh, should have seen it coming. I mean, who knows? But like, he was the one that was falsely accused, right? And now the cop is dead. And that also kind of, the cool thing is that's why you're meeting him in the route like this, because he's tied to the April and May cases, right? He was the one that was falsely accused by Fuji, who is the one that was murdered, and we're in Enomoto's path, and it's like all this nice little tied up. It's not like, he's involved in the August case, where it's like, I'm sure it'll get a little more in-depthy, but I mean, and I don't know, are we going to solve this case on this path, and then we solve the whole thing when we, you know what I mean? Because so like, let's just say they were all involved. Well, our brother wouldn't be, you know what I mean? Because unless it was involved at the end, he wouldn't be involved in killing the cops. Because then when we go down someone else's path, it'd be like, but there would have to be a set order in that case of how you played this. But like, what if he's involved, right? So we're going down Enomoto's path and our brother's hanging out with this dude. This guy's involved in killing Fuji, right? Oh, okay. So you get rid of him, blah, blah, blah. So then when we're going down someone else's route, our brother's just hanging out with a friend and isn't talking to this guy or something. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't come up. Would make sense, because you wouldn't know every little facet of your brother's life, so. And just because he's involved in I'm just saying as an example, like if he's involved in the April and May case, doesn't mean, just knows that we know that he's a part of Adonis. We don't know that like our brother is the leader. I don't know. You know what I mean? Until you get down Yanagi's path. So that's kind of interesting. I kind of like the way they did this, but anyway. But that doesn't make me feel better. This guy's even got lip piercings. Oh, come on, Spacey. Let's not be judgmental. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Yashihiro Ishiki. Kazuki and I are in the same band. Oh, Mr. Ishiki? Kito had mentioned his name. He had been mistakenly arrested in the past. I never imagined that I'd be bumping into him like this. I think that Kazuki would actually know someone famous enough to be on TV. For being arrested, but no, also because he's in a band, whatever. I couldn't tell from a distance, but now that I was up close, he was definitely the guy from TV. I believe he was introduced as the vocalist of a visual K band. Hey, this isn't a sideshow. Stop staring at Mr. Ishiki. I'm sorry, being watched is part of the job. Don't worry about it. He's kind of cute. In a pretty, like, weird Gem and the Holograms kind of way. Like, he just literally rolled out a fucking, like, it's the Gem hair. Like, Showtime synergy. Anyway, his appearance was flamboyant, but Ishiki seemed to be a composed young man in person. So you're in a band, Kazuki? You could have just told me. Huh? I don't have to tell you every single detail of my life. It's not like you care. That's not... Don't suddenly pretend to be my big sister now. You're just annoying me. Kazuki was being unusually harsh. I couldn't think of anything to say to him when... Miss Hoshino? Yes? Come hear Kazuki play next time. He's really cool. Ishiki smiled, and that seemed to alleviate the tension in the situation. Yeah, I'd like to see that sometime. Kazuki's eyes widened in surprise, but he immediately turned away again. Every time Kazuki goes out at night, he takes his guitar with him. I thought he was just having fun, but he was actually practicing in his band. That a professional was praising him was proof that Kazuki had been working hard. Mr. Ishiki, please take good care of Kazuki. I should ask the same of you. Thank you. Ishiki returned my sentiments, bowed politely, and left. He feels very mysterious. He changes when he's singing. After that one comment in passing, Kazuki quickly went inside. Hey, don't leave me behind when we're in the middle of a conversation. I rushed after him. I will beat you. On the way in, I asked Kazuki if he was hungry. He quietly nodded. Thinking that he liked something hot, I made potafu? Potafu? I don't know what that is. Kazuki ate in total silence without uttering a word. Our meals usually went this way, but now I knew about his band. I wanted to talk about that day at least. Hey, Kazuki, what kind of music do you play with Mr. Ishiki? He's a visual kei performer, so are you similar in style? Oh, right. How old is he anyway? He's definitely not high school age. Couldn't attend school with that hairdo. When I rapidly asked all the questions I had, yeah, but his friend has got blue hair, so I'm just saying. Shut up! Who cares? You don't have to talk to me like that. Dispirited, I recalled what Kazuki had complained about to me before. You don't care about what I do. You just tell me I'm too loud. From Kazuki's point of view, I've been an obstacle to his pursuit of music. Of course, I never intended such a thing. I wanted to support him however I could. I'd be like, look, I didn't know you were in a band. You need to talk to me. Kazuki continued to eat, unaware of what I was thinking. He looked like he just wanted to finish and go to his room as quickly as possible. Listen, Kazuki, I never meant to stop you from enjoying or pursuing your music. I only warned you when you were playing guitar because I didn't want you to disturb the neighbors late at night. I'm not into music, but I know it's not every day that a pro acknowledges your skill. Maybe you think that I don't care, but we're family, you know? Of course I'd be interested. Well, here, water. I handed Kazuki a cup of water and he downed it in one gulp. More coughing. Like that. Don't suddenly say weird things like that. Huh? Kazuki made an unpleasant face as he muttered quietly. Talking about being interested in stuff. Till now, you've never really asked me about what I'm doing. It's not just you either. I'm a dad too. None of my family have ever asked once. Not about what I'm doing or what I wanted to do. Kazuki didn't meet my eyes, but his voice was gradually rising in volume. You know what? I just want to take a step back and be like, okay, you know what? Okay, good point. Like, nobody asks, and that's rude, and we should. And I understand how you feel about that. But you motherfucking live with me, you little cunt waffle. I will backhand you so hard across this fucking room, you'll have some fucking respect that you were living in my goddamn apartment for free, and I sleep in the fucking living room. You snot-nosed little punk. Do not make me slap you. Do I need to show you the back of my hand again? Because I will start, motherfucker. But, so you will stop giving me the attitude, and I will do better to ask you how you were doing, and maybe you can voluntarily provide information. I know my job is difficult, and we're not always around at the same time, and it's really difficult, but hey, you know what? Start leaving little notes. Tell me what you did during the day. We'll both try to work on this, okay? Now, go to your fucking room before I beat the shit out of you. Literally how this conversation should go. Or move the fuck out. I don't give a fuck, okay? I'm done with you, but fuck. I got my own problems. I got 99 problems, and you cannot be one of them, because 98 of them are a collar around my fucking neck, bitch. Anyway. Tell me to stay home because it's so dangerous. Then you tell me to stop practicing at home. And now you want to talk about family caring? Back in Niigata, our parents managed a boarding house. You're going to inherit this someday. Dad would often say that to Kazuki. I came here to get away from Dad because he never shuts up. To get away from Dad? The phrase shook me. Even though he was at a rebellious age, I'd always assumed that Kazuki would take over the family business. But he was talking as if... Kazuki, Kazuki looked straight at me and said, I'm not taking over the family business. I want to pursue a career in music. Thanks for the food. Kazuki said that in a muted voice and then quickly retreated to his room. At least while being a douchebag, he's like, thanks for dinner, and then leaves like an asshole, and you're like, well, you wouldn't get that at American Kids. He always left without saying a word, and I realized that it had been quite some time before he'd even said as much as thanks. Why didn't I try to get to know Kazuki better earlier? He must have felt so frustrated and alone. Don't pretend to be my big sister. Huh. It made sense that he'd say that. I've been focusing on myself and never bothered to take an interest in Kazuki. No, it's still not too late. If we can have a heart-to-heart... Really? At this hour? Our brother is so involved in Adonis. I took out my phone. There was an incoming call from Satake. It might be about the murders. I resisted the urge to talk to Kazuki first and answered the phone. Yes, this is Hoshino. Young lady, stay calm and listen to me. Enomoto. What happened? What happened to Enomoto? I, never thought it would come to this. Wait. I'm scared about this. But, also, he's the one that showed up. He punched Enomoto, and now he's calling us talking about his last words. What the Now I don't trust this guy. I don't trust anyone in this game. I think it's too late for Enomoto. Come over here and hear his last words. Wait, what do you mean? You'll understand when you get here. We're in Kabukicho. Okay, we're in Kabukicho. Kabukicho. I wrote down the location and ended the call. Enomoto! I contained my rampaging emotions and went to Kazuki's room. Sorry, Kazuki. I just got a call from work, so I'm going out. I hurried to the location that Satake had given me, and I'd be like, look, we'll talk when we get home. I do care about you, and I do want to know about you, and I'm sorry I've been a terrible older sister, but I'll try to do better. Satake's strained manner had led me to assume that they had been caught up in something serious. He's probably drunk and on stage somewhere doing kabuki theater. This doesn't look the way I was expecting. I looked for the place located on the note. Indicated on the note. I started to recognize more of my surroundings. Then I saw the pub that Sayaki and I frequented. Huh? I was in a panic when I first noted the address down, but now I realize it was the address for the pub. What's going on? He's drunk. He is fucking drunk, isn't he? I gingerly entered and looked around. When I did, I found Enomoto sprawled out over a low table. Enomoto, pull yourself together! I rushed over to check whether he was alive. He's drunk. I can't believe this. He made it sound so serious, and I'm like, wait, what? Did he, knock him out? Is he going to push him off a building? What's going on? Did he drug him? And then he's like, no, he's just drunk. And I'm like, oh, you sons of bitches. Because, Satake seemed like such a nice guy, and then you're like, wait, what did he do to Enomoto? Nice one, game. I appreciate that. I appreciate what the fuck is going... Oh, you nice. Got played by the game. Anyway. I can't drink no more. Enomoto was certainly alive and was in no immediate danger, but he was very obviously drunk. What? Where's Satake? Satake was nowhere to be seen in either the tatami room or the rest of the pub. I wondered what I should do about the passed-out Enomoto. Excuse me, the customer who was with him asked me to give you this. I was handed a letter. Oh, thank you? I accepted the letter and opened it. I invited him for a drink when I saw him so worried, but it went south. I'll let you take care of the rest. You're his partner after all. I thought some kind of tragedy had struck, but he'd just gotten too drunk. This is insane. I love this. Satake's like, yeah, let's go have a drink. And oh, you're getting really... You know what? I'm going to call your girlfriend. What a dick move. It's amazing. I love it. Mr. Satake, I can't drink no more. I'm done for. Enomoto didn't notice me. He smiled contentedly and moaned while lying spread out on the table. I can't just leave him like this. I'll have to take him back to the office. Can you hear me, Enomoto? We're going back to the office. Okay. For the after party, Oh, there's going to be some shenanigans. There's going to be some kind of like weird awkwardness. Like, oh, you fell on top of me or something. Please, God, some accidental sexual innuendo going on. That's what I need. Wrong. Come on, stand up. How about some sake next? Hot sake sounds nice. He was way too far gone. I just have to ignore him and drag him home. Come on, we're going home, Enomoto. Please try to walk. It'd be funny if we're walking into the pub and Sayaki comes up and he's like, I'm gonna be like, this is like a role reversal. Oh, wait, you got it. Behold, my ambulatory abilities. My ambulatory abilities. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be so funny, but it is. I can walk. I can do it. I have never once when drunk been like, I can walk. Look, I can walk a straight line. Like people say, I have never heard anyone talk about their ambulatory abilities in place of saying the word walking. I can move. I want to get drunk just so I can throw that out there. And then it'll be funnier because I'll say it and I'll be thinking of this and I'll just die laughing and nobody will understand why it's so funny except for me. Which will be funnier because I'll think I'm that drunk and I'll be like, no, it's an inside joke just between me and nobody, because nobody will be there that will understand except for me. Oh, God. Enomoto leaned on my shoulder to stand up shakily and tried to go outside. Whoa, the world's all rumbly-tumbly. Is it the apocalypse? The world isn't ending. Come on, we're going home. Come on, we're going home. Tim. Fucker. Oh, I want to do more stuff before the end of the world. Now he's crying. Fucking love it. I fucking love it. Oh, God. This is a great path to have gone down first. It really is. While supporting the thoroughly intoxicated Enomoto on my shoulder, I called for a taxi. I wanted to eat way more tasty ramen. You sure love ramen. Farewell. My lovely Los Angeles-style miso butter sea urchin seaweed soy milk stew flavored ramen. That's one crazy ramen flavor. A taxi picked us up outside the pub, and somehow we made it back to the office. Without him puking everywhere, Jesus. Enomoto, can you walk? Yeah, of course I can. Up and at him. Enomoto tilted over and plopped down onto the pavement. Huh. That's not right. There should be someone in the office. Should I call for them? It's okay. I can get up. No, let's... My talking is all messed up. Was Enomoto's current sorry state because of all the alcohol? Enomoto can't hold his drink, huh? You don't know how much he had. It's not like he had a beer and got the shit face. He could have fucking literally drank a keg. Unlike Sayaki, who literally has 2 beers and is on the floor. But, alright, I'll help you get there, so let's try standing up together. Oh yeah, I'm gonna conquer the world! He wasn't listening. Fine then. Enomoto almost lost his footing while traversing the stairs, but we finally managed to get into the office. Yanagi and Sasasuka still aren't back. Oh, there's gonna be some awkwardness going on. I've arrived at my castle. Enomoto! I only took my eyes off him for a second, but he immediately charged headlong into a wall. Ow! Are you a... That hurt. He seemed fine. It's like, that hurt! He seems fine. Like, I'm kind of sleepy. Wow, Enomoto, you can't sleep on the floor. Brought him back, but now what was I supposed to do? Maybe if he slept on the sofa. Oh, wait, his bedroom area's in the next room, I think. I'll take him there. Yeah, in the fucking kitchen. Enomoto, we're almost there. Just hang on. Ugh, trying my best over here. Gah, don't curl up into a ball. You're really heavy. I half drag Enomoto into the nearby bedroom area, i.e. the kitchen. Somehow I managed to guide him to his bed. I breathed a huge sigh of relief. How do you know which one's his? Phew! Enomoto, are you feeling better?
Ugh, seaweed. Being attacked by seaweed. I can't eat anymore. Ugh, stop multiplying.
He seemed to be having some sort of nightmare, but he'd probably be fine now. I'll be going home then. It had been nothing significant, but it still left me exhausted. I wondered what to do about leaving the door unlocked if I left, but Yanagi would probably be back soon, so maybe there wasn't a real need to worry. Just as I turned and quietly tried to leave so that I wouldn't wake Enomoto up, he suddenly bolted up right in bed. Oh! You scared me. What's wrong?
It's kind of hot.
Oh god, are you going to get undressed? Before I could stop him, Enomoto whipped off his jacket and then immediately started trying to strip off his shirt. Oh god, I need a CG. Stop! It's the middle of December. You'll catch a cold.
But it's hot.
But you can't go to sleep this lightly dressed without a heater. When you drink alcohol, you only feel warm temporarily. You'll feel better if you just lie down for a bit, okay?
Okay.
I really just wanted the, whip, and then just, the fucking CG of him shirtless. That's what I needed. Come on, game. We just got cock-blocked by the game. Game cock-blocked us. Enomoto's hands fell away from the button he was trying to undo, and he laid back down. I should cover him with a blanket. I approached the bed. Enomoto's hands tugged at me, and then all of a sudden, we're getting a CG of, oh. He's gonna, look, his eye patch fell off.
I love body pillows.
Enomoto, what do you think you're doing? Yanagi's gonna come in and you're like, help! I don't know how this happened. Snoring, okay, sleeping. Hey, don't you fall asleep? I'm not a body pillow. I tried to extract myself from his grasp, but maybe because he was half asleep, he held onto me pretty tightly and I couldn't escape.
Huh? Is that Hoshino I hear?
Yes, it's me. I'm still here.
Oh, see.
He falls back asleep. Enomoto, if you don't cut this out right now, I'm gonna get angry. Enomoto stirred and then looked at me while still hugging me. Nice when he's drunk because he's telling you all his secrets.
Come on, don't be mad. You're super cute when you're quiet. You're still so feisty, too.
What?
Hoshino's so cute. Seriously cute. Like an angel.
Huh? Took me a moment to understand what he said. Oh,
she's way too cute. Hot.
My head grew warm as he continued his dazed babbling. This is adorable. I love it. He's telling us how he feels, but because he's drunk and he doesn't realize that he's telling us. I love it. Okay, yeah, time to go home. I made up my mind and tried to squirm even harder than before.
Why?
What was happening? Enomoto was embracing me even tighter now. This was too much even for a joke. I had to tell him more firmly. But then,
I don't understand. Why?
Sad little whispers. Somehow I knew exactly what he was referring to. His feelings about the murders. His feelings toward the killer. His feelings about his justice. I hadn't heard him express all of his feelings yet. Perhaps they were far more pure than I'd realized, and that was why they were too heavy for him to let go of. He'd probably drunk himself into the stupor tonight to free himself from all those heavy feelings. So, maybe I also had to accept him for who he was right now. I'm being used as a body pillow by a man, which is terribly embarrassing and demeaning. But if this helps Enomoto feel better, just for now then. Just as I thought that. Enomoto suddenly stirred. The movement brought his face, he had positioned himself so he was right up against my chest, and my heart began pounding rapidly. Enomoto, you're squirming a bit too. This is really quite embarrassing, so I managed to get that out.
Hey.
Huh?
You smell nice.
What?
Oh.
She's like, I'm a little concerned, and then you're gonna like, oh, okay.
I want to feel it more closely.
This was not the reply I'd expected. Closely? Closely? So he means I raised a protest, but I wasn't able to wriggle free of his grasp. Enomoto moved slowly, and then... I knew someone was gonna walk in, cock blocking me. We could have gotten some kind of action, even though it would have been weird because he's drunk and whatever. But, dude, I knew someone was gonna cock block. I expected Sasuzuka and fucking Yanagi to come in and be like, "Oh dear God," and be like, "That's not what it looks like." The office window opened. I locked eyes with Okazaki in the window. Sorry for interrupting. I screamed inaudibly, but Okazaki sized my situation up and didn't have a particularly strong reaction to it. So, that's how you two are, huh? He nodded to himself. No, Okazaki, you see, it's fine. My lips are sealed tight. Sealed like Velcro. That's not sealed very tight at all. Enomoto, please explain to Okazaki this is all a misunderstanding. We're not... He's totally asleep. He's like, yeah, okay. Need a hand, please? Okazaki graciously helped me out of my humiliating bind. Enomoto must have been a very heavy sleeper because he never woke up. It was exhausting. I wanted all those heartbeats back. Thinking that, I went home. Okazaki, thank God you shut up. Oh, my lips are sealed tight. I don't believe that at all. Oh God, that was oh my God, we're like way over time. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this part up here, but we had to get through that. That was fucking amazing. I am you saw that, right? We'll figure out what the hell he's doing and being shady in the next part. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.